to be aware the risk in the future trading. Little announcement. This is the newer system for the entry signal, and it will be released on Friday. Friday, it will be the release day. We just wrapping up the final on that signal entry. And to our traders, please contact us to get the update if you're eligible for it or not. One of the things, we have added a lot of features on this automated trading, and it is very simple. We will go through that. You don't have to do any optimization. So this is an automated trade, does not require any tweaking, optimization, trailing, stop loss, all that. And the same thing you can see on that side here. On the first side is the price action, and then we have a customers requested the sound. I apologize, which I personally hate the sound, but they wanted the sound when there is a new signal, so we added the sound. There is 3 different sounds for 3 different purposes. And then here on the right-hand side, this market analyzer is for the Forex, and this is based on 10,000K only. On that area here, it is the swing trading, automated swing trading, and it is taking the trades automatically. And today we will be showing you some of the features we have added. There is a lot of advanced system we have put on the signal entry, and we will try to cover as much as we can while we are going through that. So one of the things is this one here. You should not remove the old system. You keep your NT8 package the way it is, and this one is an add-on. And whoever contact me from our members, I need again your email account, the one you purchased with, and I need your machine to reconfirm everything, your machine ID, NinjaTrader machine ID. And it is very important to activate your license before the installation, so you will not have a problem with NT8. One of the things is we added those 3 automated trade on the entry signal, and we added some options also on those automated trade, where you can there is 2 types of a trailing stop, and I will be covering that. But you can automate it with an ATM, your normal ATM strategy, where you decide what is your stop loss and what is your trailing stop. There is some traders, they've been around the block for many years. They are an expert with an ATM, how to tweak an ATM strategy, which is only the stop loss and the trailing stop. They have it all the way. And then there is a second system, is an ATM strategy, which it is my favorite, because if you wanted to, like the swing trading, you don't want to look at the trades or anything. You have this option like swing trading here. You just take the trades left and right and get it over with. This is a swing trading. This is a different system. But on this one here, what I like it is that you can have it fully automated. You don't have to look at it like this one here. You can have it fully automated, and the fully automated take the entry signal and the target, and your trailing stops are your fibs. Very simple, straightforward, no optimization required. And then the second one, the first one is an ATM. The second one is an ATM strategy, where it is the same. All of them, they are the same entry, but the way you wanted to trade it, with a trailing stop or non-trailing stop or fully automated. What I like here, the second one mainly, and I will show you the setting, that your trailing stop is your fibs. Those are fibs, real fibs, and this is the trailing stops based on a floating fibs. It's not based on a dummy trailing stop. So you can have an option that using your fib line, or you can have an additional is your trailing stop, and then you can adjust it on the way, or you can leave it as is. So as an example, when we have, okay, now we have another trade here on the ES is taking the signal entry. I try to keep the charts clean because I don't want to use the zones. I don't want to be technical today, so I skipped all the technical indicators. I just wanted to concentrate on the auto trades. So what is nice about it, you're not just that the entry is going to be on the ATM strategy, and the fully automated is exactly to the tick. It's not going to be any, it's all the same entry. But what I like about that, I can follow the fibs if I want to. I can go one tick below or above the target. So I have an option to manage my trade if I wanted to manage my trade, or I can have the ATM do exactly like the fully automated trade, where you don't have to touch anything. And then the auto trade is going to take an entry, hit the target, and close. So there is an option on those right now. And if we right-click on it, you have the entry signal ATM. And then let me try to find another chart because I don't want to mess anything. NinjaTrader 8, it makes me nervous. So I'm going to take another chart and I can explain a little bit better on a new chart. Just a second, guys. So this is where I like it a lot because also even if you've been around the block just only for a few years, you're not an expert trader. By following that is gonna waive the trading room, whatever trading room you go to, and you can start developing your own trading by learning directions to this market and how things move, which eventually, soon or later, you have to do that. So, and then you can also keep managing everything, and you still can flip flop between the charts, and then you can decide that I want to break even on those here, and then I want to jump on the second chart, and then I will go ahead and jump if I wanted. Let's say I want to jump on the DAX, so I can, or you can, if you have enough monitors. If you have enough monitors, then you can do separate, and you can keep your eye on them. But if you are limited, you still can manage everything under one chart, and still can, especially if you have those zones, you can use the trailing stop for the zone, or you can let the system take over whatever it is you want. So what I like about it, I'm gonna take a new chart. On this one here, you have there is no optimization. You cannot do any optimize. So don't waste your time 6 months trying to optimize a strategy, because it does not. What is nice about this type of an auto trading, it's not a black box. It depends on that market's movement today, because things is not red and blue in the market. There is a lot of false movement. There is a lot of fake movement. There is a lot of things you need to consider. So this one here, the fully signal entry, is based on the market's movement of that day. So let's say if we are taking a normal auto trade, any kind of a normal auto trade. Let's take as an example a Nasdaq. Let me take this YM out of the way. if you are taking as an example one of the fully automated, and this one is fully automated, but this one here, it is fixed that this one here, the strategy on that swing trading is the target is 500. And if this market go into our direction, we're going to stay on that trade. So whether your target is 500 or 300, if we are catching a trend, we are going to stay on that trend. As an example, like this one here, all of them, the targets are 500. But if we are catching a trend, we're going to stay on that trend. Whether your daily target is 300 or 500, you're going to stay on that trade. Because if this auto trade going to your direction, is going to stay if it's going to your direction. So if your daily target 500 and the automated struggling, we're stopping at 500. But if this auto trade going to your direction, then we can stay on that trade. Why ruin a good trade? So this is my theory. Why ruin? And I hate the things is with the future trading. The most I hate, especially automated trading, is a dummy trailing stop. Is the most pathetic algorithm I ever heard of, being to have a trailing stop, a dummy trailing stop as an automated trade. And this is the dummiest idea. I don't know who the hell came out with that brilliant idea, but he must be not a trader, because the idea about the future trading, you have a lot of bad trades. So when you are right on that trade, I want to get rewarded. I want to get paid, and I want to get paid a lot, because this is a high risk. So a dummy trailing stop is nothing but a fast execution to get out of a good trade. So if I'm right on that trade, and right now I'm getting $600 out of it, why I do need a dummy trailing stop to knock me out of a good trade, you know? So here is the stop loss for a bad trade, but I don't get it with the dummy trailing stops. I never liked it, never will use it. So this is my thinking. So let's say on this one here, it is very known well, that kind of auto trade is based on a pullback re-entry, which has been around me for over 25 years. Identify trend, pullback re-entry. It's been around the block for 25 years. I've seen a lot of car salesmen, a lot of people get commissions under the tables to say that system or that system. But at the end of the day, that system, it never ran out of date. For 25 years, I have not seen that system run out of a date. Identify trend, pullback re-entry. It's been around for 25 years, and it never fell out, and it never will, because it required a little training on that. And right now the attitude is nobody wanted to be trained or sit down behind the screen for a while. So probably it will stay around for another 25 years. So this is the strategy is identify trend, pullback, re-entry. You cannot change that on the auto trade. So either that market is going to your direction for today or to the direction of that auto trade you are trading. If you are trading reversal or on a pullback re-entry or out of a channel, or you are using an ATR or a MACDs and all that useless indicators, at the end of the day, you are trading one direction, one type. So if this market is not pulling back, you're not going to be re-entering. If this market is a sideways today, there is nothing we can do about it. If this market is a flat, we cannot do anything about it. So this is 99.9%. This is the type of an automated trading right now is on the street. But what I like about this kind of automated trading, and now it just hit the CL on this one here on a beautiful, absolutely beautiful. One trade on the way down, one trade on the way up, and then you hit the target at 22.80. This is the swing trading, and we're not gonna now deal with the swing trading. But what I'd like to show you here on that signal entry. On the signal entry, the signals is not it's not a prefixed signal. It's not a 27 ticks, it's not 20 ticks, it's not 17 ticks. The entry and the target is based on the market movement of that day. So it is much more advanced system. And look, and what is nice about that one here, if you are with the automated trading now, you would have got out by $375 on the trade. But the system keep updating your target, and it shows you where is the potential. So if your auto trade, the potential was the target at 43.18, and now the system is studying more, telling you there is more beef in that trade, and now the second potential on that trade, or the second signal, is at 143. So this is a very good to let the auto trade. That's why I like the second one is the ATM strategy, because first of all, it's taking the trade. I'm not getting involved in the feeling, and then I have a potential to exit out of that trade if I want to, or if the system calculate a new target for me, then I'm going to be taking that, extend that target and stay on that trade. So the option on that one, the reason I like it, because you have the trailing stop fibs, and you can use your ATM trailing stop, and you can decide it. You can use them both, or you can use one of them, because the whole idea with the future trading, if we catch a nice juicy steak, we gotta grab every bite out of it, and that's the whole idea. So right now, if we look at the, it is not very hard to do. It is a very friendly use. Even a 12 years old kid can activate that auto trade. What it does, it is you can on that ATM, you have, so you can add it, but you should not remove the old system. You can use your ATM, your normal ATM, on the first auto trade. If it is Tom or Mike or 007 or 747 Boeing or whatever it is, your ATM name, you can put it here and click it on, and then it's going straight out. But the second one is my favorite one, because this one here is telling you you can use a trailing stop one. If you want to take one target, it tells you can use a trailing stop one, or you wanted to have a major stop loss, trailing stop one or trailing stop two. The trailing stop one is the first floor and fibs, minor floor and fibs. The second trailing stop, as you see here, it is a major direction for the whole market for that day. So you can do that, and then you can add a trailing stop on top of it. So if you don't want to use the trailing stop, you want to use the fib, you can use the fibs and disarm the trailing stop, and then you just activate it. So this is if I wanted to use one contract, I don't want to use two contracts, I can say I wanted the trailing stop 1 or 2, which is the fib line, minor support resistance number 1, and the second one is a major resistance and number 2. And then you can also tell it, hit it or close 2 ticks or 3 ticks or 4 ticks before the target, or 5 or 6 ticks after the target. You can decide, you say, because sometimes the market come in and we miss by 1 tick or 2 ticks. So you can say, I wanted 5 ticks ahead of the target, so you can close or protect. And the last one, it is not the least, the last one is fully automated. You don't have to do anything. The last one, it is become like the swing trading and the scalping we have. It is, then we have put, you just say you need 1 contract, 2 contract, and then we exit. Also, another good news for our traders, it will be released on Friday. Please do not squeeze me before Friday. Another things, we put 2 more auto trades in there called test 1 and test 2. So what we decide to do on a test 1 and test 2 automated trade, we thought for me sit in and deal with it, because we are tremendously busy. So I thought to go ahead and secure it and give it to my traders to take a circle with it and take we have a lot of traders that really like to fuzzle with an auto trades. So we put test 1 and test 2 as an automated trading, and then what we do, we're gonna give it out to the all to our members. It's not costing you anything, and stand working, because I'm also working on a new project. I don't want to talk about it. Um, um, so I'm gonna throw it to my traders, and I'm gonna have an open book from my traders, how they want it, how they can tweak it, how they wanna, if they want to add on it. So this test 1 and test 2, what we are doing now, we are giving it to the traders, and then we have a good larger members, and then let the traders build. I put a lot of, I don't want to go through that one. I put a very good entry, and around 4 or 5 filters in it on each one of them. And then when you test it, so this one here, test 1 and test 2, is going to be for our members, and for everyone have a brilliant idea, good indicator. As long as this indicator not belong to another company, if they have some kind of, so this test 1 and test 2, I'm gonna leave it to the traders to build it, and if we like the concept, we will add it. If we don't like the concept, then the trader have to pay for the concept. But because after all those years, I know what it works, what it doesn't. But when a trader tell me, I want that indicator, if we like it, it's not going to cost the trader anything. We'll add it because everybody has to share it. If somebody wanted for him privately, he want to use his private indicator, that's a total different story. But I'm going to leave those test 1 and test 2 out in the open for those traders to decide how they want it. Then we have some other automated to trade on the NT8. I don't want to go through all of them. So I think this is we have the C scalper. We have all kind of stuff. I don't want to go through right now with it. So. And it seems like we got a new one as well. I don't know. I have to. Okay. So right now we are on that trade on the 30-year Treasury bond, and we can decide how we want to exit and how we wanted to stay on that trade. Even you can do it on the Forex. Even on the 6E, which the 6E is a very, very hard market to trade. Let's see what the 6E doing. So this is the euro dollar. It is going into the right direction. And let's go back to the YM. We are going into the right direction. For the guys, ask me for the noises, the alarms and all this. We put 3 different alarms, but boy, I hate noises when trading, especially if you have a lot of screen and it's become like an orchestra here, and you don't know anymore where the sound. But for the ones that want the sound, I have put 3 different kind of sound when you get filled, when there is a new signal, and all kind of enchilada with it. So also, we have refined re-entry, and then I think we have an entry on the. There must be an entry on the ES. Okay, we have a new entry here on the ES, and beautiful, nice, stress-free. And we have also the 30-year Treasury bond. Let's look at the 30-year Treasury bond. You sit down and manage your trade. We have the 30-year Treasury bond and the YM and the ES and the 6E. So let's look at the 6E. What is the 6E? This is your euro dollar. Beautiful. And let's go back to the ES. Most of the traders like the ES. And here is why the automated on the ATM is going to immediately put it on the target, plus minus a few ticks here and there. And so also you can see let's look what else we have. Okay, you see the trailing stop. The trailing stop on this one here at the moment on the 6E. The trailing stops, they are right there. This is the trailing stop, and with an additional of the ATM. So you have two systems working, and now I can decide if I want it. That's why I like that one, because first of all, you are automated, and if I want to take one of them out, I will take one of them out. Or if I wanted to stay on that trade, I can stay on that trade. If I wanted to extend, because now look, we have a new reading on the target. I mean, this is a big difference, because when the entry signal comes in, you have around $300-400 trade as an example. When the markets start to breaking out, the recalculation on the target has changed. So unlike a normal auto trade, when you say target 5 ticks or 20 ticks or 30 ticks, and once you hit it, or you don't, and then you follow it, you shove dummy trailing stop right behind your trade. This is a total different. If you have a target right there, and now the recalculation, we extend the target, you can add the target. So once we hit the target, you practically milk the whole trade for that. So this is there's more. I mean, it is more professional trading than it's just a dummy automated trade, But also, don't underestimate the swing trading or the scalping. I'm just trying to say that it is very good. Let's go back to the ES. Most of the traders like ES. So there we go. We are about to hit the target. I want to test my luck a little bit and extend my target. You see, that's why I like that. That's why I like that, because the target, I can see where is the target. The system has put the target right there at 69.25. Fair enough. But I'm going to push my luck, and I'm going to take another $300 on that trade. If I can do, why not? Because if you can do that, I don't want to stay anymore on those trades. All right, so there we go. We have new signals, DAX, everything start by itself. And look how accurate the system came in. The system came in exactly to the target calculated. Is exactly to the target calculated. So should I take one and leave one, or should I close both, or should I push my luck? So this is up to you. I can do this. So if you leave the automated trading, the fully automated trading would have closed at 69.50 and get it over with. If you wanted to use the trailing stop, then you can cut off those ATM strategy, and you are using the trailing stop. So it is your call here. It is your call if you want to get greedy or you are happy for what you get. And this is very good, because this is going to help you develop your own trading. The entry is out of the way. You have no feeling with the entry. The entry has been calculated and is entering the market, so you don't have anything to do with the entry. The only thing, the exit, you have two options on the exit. You can exit where it says the system, where it's calculate the system, or you can just take it to another level if you want to. So the targets on that ES, on that entry right now, excuse me, came in exactly to the tick where the system calculated. Okay, that tells you how accurate it is. On that trade, this is your entry and this is your target. On a different trade, it's going to be different entry and a different target and different ticks. Some of the things I do, I'm a little bit stubborn man. I mean, but you don't have to follow me on everything. But what I like, for me, I'm a very stubborn man. You either get full or don't even bother to sit, you know. So for me, I like to do it plus one tick and let it rotten in hell. You know, either I'm gonna grab some nice trade out of it, or I don't want it. So this is again is an attitude, but this is my attitude that I'm either gonna make it a break even plus one tick. So now we are on a free ride. It's not costing me anything. This is the most important thing. It's not costing me anything. Not even $5 because I already covered the commission. So now I don't need to bang my head with it. Now I need to go back. I'm done with that job. I'm done with that chart for now. And now I can go back and trying to manage some other trades I'm interested in. And probably right now, I go ahead and, as an example, this one here, I'll put one behind the trailing stop one and the second one behind the trailing stop two. So now I got myself covered on this one. And look, the trailing stops, this is the only company made it. The trailing stop can move a bit back and a bit forward. So it does not just go forward, it just move a little bit back like what you trade normally. So this is a really a very nice feature. So let's go back on the also let's see what happened to the 30-year Treasury bond. On the 30-year Treasury bond, if you notice here, if you look from the previous video, there is an ice cream guy sitting outside. He's really enjoying himself. If you look at the previous video, all the pullback re-entry, it was from the trailing stop one and the trailing stop two. So this is a really a very nice to hide your trailing stop behind those trailing stops. So you don't need to calculate your trailing stop because those are a major support, major resistance. This is where this market, anything above the trailing stop two, it is is no longer short valid. So this is a key, the trailing stop two between re-enter the market, or now we have to reverse the market. It is a very important. A lot of traders lose a lot of money over that. They could have the best fibs ever came out, but the problem is, is it a retracement? Is it a pullback? I mean, they get lost with that. So this is a problem among traders, and they need to. It's been calculated where to re-enter and when the short is over or when we are going to enter the market again. So this is a very important on the automated trading. Right now, the key today, if you look from the swing trading, immediately, let's say you come in today and you don't know which one you want to trade. Immediately, when you have as you see from the controller here, today, the run is on the YM. It's not on the Nasdaq. Immediately, you can see the YM. It is the runners today, and it's not the Nasdaq. Immediately, you spot it. There is some serious movement. So if you don't know how to read the market when you start in the morning, fair enough. But at least if you have the swing trading up and running, even on a demo, for 1 hour before you start trading, when you're drinking your coffee or something, when you come back, you'll see immediately, I'm trying to find an easy way out for this guy, don't know how to read the market and don't know if this market moving or flat today or what is moving, what is not. At least you can have that, turn on your swing trading or your scalping, and you can see what is moving right now and what is not moving right now. So immediately you spot it. Earlier today, it was the CL. It was amazing run this morning on the CL. And right now, the YM when the market's open, it is the winner, is the runner for today. So this is without a doubt. I mean, if we look at the YM trade, we are very nice 1300 on the YM trade. This is really amazing. And so let's look at some other trade. So that's why for the ones start a bit early today, you can see the 3 minutes, which is a basic time frame. You can see this market, two trades, 2200, beautiful, and it was a beautiful, nice run on that one here. So let's look at the ES. One break even and one we have one entry right now. All of them the same. All the ES the same, practically to the tick. Doesn't matter which time frame you are using. Is all the same. Look, I mean, if you are using the 3 minutes or the 5 minutes, they're all the same. If this market moving on the swing trading, doesn't matter which time frame, you're gonna make it. You're not gonna miss out anything out of those trades. If this market not moving, then there is nothing we can do. So so they both have the same amount once this market move. Let's go back to the ES. Beautiful trade. And now what is doing, I mean, it don't need a genius to know what's going on. We're going back to retest the target is 69. And I could have got out of that trade, but I'm going to be a bit stubborn with it, and I want to stay till the 66. I mean, this is a lot of different in the market. So look, guys, I mean, it doesn't matter if you are auto trading or you are manual trading. Look at the accuracy. It's right in front of you. We're not hiding in the corner till the end of the day trying to show you a couple of charts. We are live in front of everybody, and we are showing you everything. We're not showing you one chart and hiding another chart. We have the whole market open right in front of you, from Nasdaq, Dow Jones, YM, anything you want. So not too many companies can do that. They have to sit on the side till the end of the day to show you what they can show you. But we don't have a problem showing you live what is going on right now. And you will take the good ones and the bad ones. You have to see good and bad. You don't have to just look at the good ones. So here, again, guys, folks, you can manual trade, automated, or ATM. I love that option here. And if you're not interested, you don't have any integration to learn, that it is somebody's problem. If you have no integration and he doesn't want to make a career out of it, then go ahead and turn on your auto trade, and whatever you get out of it for today, this is your lucky day, and that's it. And if it don't work for you today, it does not work. There is another. There we go. The market is breaking out, so I'm not gonna be. Now I'm getting greedy with it a little bit. You cannot be a professional trader and just relying on an auto trade, but this is a solution. You can auto trade and learn on your way. That's all what I'm saying. The entry, we're not using our feeling with it. The entry, the automated is taken. We don't want to get mixed with it, and then we can use the trailing stop the Phipps trailing stop, and the system the exit out for you. Or if you like to sit down and push the market as much as you want, then go ahead and push the market. You know, and it is enjoyable to push the market if you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a big difference because if this market go into your direction, if this auto trade, probably in that trade here, you could have got a couple of 325 exactly you can get out of that. But if this market continue the same direction, you might wind up, let's say, $200 a day more on that trade. So $200 a day, that's $50,000 a year. So don't underestimate just a little movement in the market, and because even if you make $100 more a day, that's $25,000 a year. You know, so there is nothing called I don't want to touch it, I don't want to read it, I don't want to interfere with it. My mother is in the hospital, I have to do the dishes. We've heard it all. The end of the day, soon or later, you have to, especially when small traders are overmerged with the CL, ES, YM, less experience, no money to fund their accounts, and they wanted to make 200-300% a day. That is impossible, and they don't want to learn. So 3 negatives does not mean equal to plus. So when somebody don't have money, don't have experience, don't have the capital, and he gets his feeling hurt because he's not making 300% every day. So for those guys, look at this is an example. So if this one here, the target was 325, there is a good potential we can make extra $150 or $200 a day. That's $50,000 a year. You know, or if I don't like that signal, I'm gonna skip that trade. You know, so there is nothing called in that business, I don't want to touch it, I don't want to get dirty. You have to get down and dirty with that, everything with the trading. It is about money at the end of the day, folks. It's about money. Nobody is going to give you the money away. Let's look at the ES, what the swing trading doing on the ES. Let's take a small chart. This is the 1 minute. You see the chop on the ES for 1 minute, where on the 3 minutes we didn't have any chop on that one here. But on that auto trade, I have no control when the auto trade is going to exit. I have no control at all. The auto trade is going to decide. But I like to be a little bit in charge with some of the trades, you know. So there we go. For the ones out on a short trade, I try to clean the chart, and I took the zones away from the charts so you can see how the auto trade works. But nevertheless, this one here, if you're on a short trade right now live, you have the 76625. This is where the market is going to reject, guaranteed. So be careful with that one here. What we can do, this is another idea, that you can interfere or take one trade here, close it at that line, and keep one is open. Nothing wrong with that. Keep one open and close it, because this is not hard to figure out. The 6625 is the true moving average. And you can see how the market drop, come into the target, pull back, come back, retesting the target, a breakout, and now the second stop is 66. The second stop is 6625. So this is where the second stop on the ES. So you don't need to generate anything, or you don't need to generate any signal or decision. We took that decision away from the trader. Every time the trader make a decision, he fall right through his head. We do not rely on the trader to make any decision anymore. We just put in it for him on the chart. Where is the entry? Where is the target? Where is the exit? And call it off. If this market moving, we will be making money. If this market not moving, tough luck. Welcome to trading. That's the end of the day. I mean, there is nothing we can do to make this market move for you. So I'm gonna leave it open for a while so every trader can see how is this going. Let's look at CLs also. See how the CL's doing. Okay, let's look at the YM, see what happened to the YM. We've been on that trade for over an hour. On the YM, nailed $1,500. So this is the question is, if you notice, is $1,400 on a YM. And the reason is you will never see that in any kind of auto trade when you are using a dummy trailing stop. You will never see that. Because if you were using a dummy trailing stop, you would have exited a long time ago and you re-entered the market. And when you re-enter the market, there is no guarantee that next trade is going to make you money. There is nothing guaranteed in this business. From one trade to another, you're going to be making money. You are live right now, and whatever it is, it is. You cannot, you cannot do anything about it. So right now, we turn the $350 trade to $525 trade. And you calculate that every day. That is a different $50,000 between a guy who want to interfere and a guy does not want to interfere. So let's see what will happen on that trade. There is a new signal for the new traders. There is a new signal on the Nasdaq. If you follow any trade here, we're not responsible for you. We're not collecting money. We're not collecting your email. We don't know who you are. Whatever trade you follow those here, it is on your own. We're not responsible for it. Let me see. We have a new entry on the Nasdaq, and here is your new entry, automated trade on the Nasdaq, and it is going that direction. Your target is 724. So this is very nice. And let's go back on that trade. You see, I told you the 66.25 is going to struggle here. Let's look at it, folks. Look at it. The thing is not about trading. Trading the future is not about indicator. It's about predicting. Because you are trading the future and you have your MACD is following and your ATR is following the market. And people are not getting it. You're trading the future based on the past bars. How this working for you? It will never work for you. So predicting, no matter what system you are using, if you're not have system can predict, you're in trouble. We predicted the 66.25 came right to the clock with it. You can sit down and waste your time all day long. If you don't have prediction what is happening to the market, you are in a big trouble here. So the 66.25, it is a very reasonable price to exit the ES. So we revived the trade from 325 to 525 by just using the ATM, not the fully automated system. And that is $200 on one trade. So can you imagine during the day how many there is out there, and during the year how much you can make additional than just to be fully blinded automated? Let's see what else we have. The YM. On the YM, we are on the 1500. Those are your trailing stop with the automated system. Those are your trailing stop. So despite this market is gonna take a lot of buyers to penetrate those here. So I can hide. I'm just showing you an idea how what you can do with that auto trade. I mean, you don't have to follow every step I do. But what I do, I will hide one trade. I don't know if it's gonna keep rolling all day long. This is gonna be the Christmas for you today. So I will sacrifice one behind the target, and I will keep one to myself and hidden, protected by two floating fibs. So whatever is gonna happen, this is a serious trading. So, okay. ES. Let's go back to the ES. It came exactly to what we said, and this is where it is really enjoyable when you are in a trade and you are in control. Not the market is in control with you, and now you're always uh, one step ahead. It is really enjoyable. It's not about any more ticks and money as much as challenge. And when you start getting comfortable reading the market, it's not that the ticks is the challenge behind it. It is amazing experience when you are in control and you don't let the market to be in control with you. And that nobody can give you. That comes in time. So let's go back to the YM. So it's playing cat and mouse between this one here. If somebody has been watching me or follow the system here, there is one thing. If you remember, I told you, if we look at the upper corner here, you have the Nasdaq to the sell position and the YM sell position and an ES to the sell position. Here's the problem. A trader say, I'm an automated trader and this is not my problem. No, sir, it is your problem. It's not your auto trader problem. It is your personality problem. Because if I'm trading and you have a Nasdaq to down direction sell position and a YM to the sell position, and you have the ES in the sell position, and the 30-year treasury bond going in the same direction with the ES, and now you got up, you have your coffee, you didn't pay attention to this, you start your auto trade. It is your problem. You started your auto trade, any auto trade. I challenge you, any auto trade, not just our auto trade. If those are not synchronized, you turn on the auto trade right now, you are into the losing money. Absolutely. The reason is the market now is in a confusion area where there is no direction, and now it is you are just throwing rock at the tree. You don't know what you're getting because this market right now is not synchronizing. It's not working. So which one is wrong? Is it the 30-year treasury bond wrong, or is it the ES is wrong? So now if we look at the automated trading, They're both making money. And this is the scary part because we are making money on the short trade on the 30-year Treasury bond, and we are making money on the ES on a short trade. So which one it is right and which one is wrong? Because they're supposed to go the opposite direction of each other. So this is where when I see that, and if you are auto trading and you are in a trade, when you see that, flatten everything, go for a coffee, try to go wash your car, do something, but stop it. Stop it right away, especially if you have this market analyzer. When you see those are not going in the proper direction, they're not synchronizing, we are coming to serious problem here. The market cannot find direction. Simple as that, plain English. The market cannot find direction. Why you think you can find a direction for the market? So when the market goes sideways, if we notice right now, this is where the trouble starts, right there. You see the ES, it is now flat. This is it. This is a trouble until we have a different direction. And this is where most of the traders start losing money, right there. Right there. Whether you are auto trading or you are manual trading, this is where, look at this moving average, by the way. This is a moving average. Look at it. 770. Look at it. So it is very important, guys, to keep your eye on the 30-year Treasury bond, and the Nasdaq YMES has to be in a different direction. Okay, folks, that's all what we have for today. Once I see that, I get disgusted with the trading, and I don't like to look at the charts. Once I see the 30-year Treasury bond is on the same direction with an ES, it's time to go ahead and take a break, because this is a problem, and I get disgusted with it. I don't know. I don't like to look at it anymore. So again, we are going back to the 66.25. I'm gonna stay on that trade for a while, and I'm gonna go ahead and get fill up on the coffee. But no, I don't want to look at the market anymore. We have a confusion in the market, so there is no way I will trade something is confusion like now. So, but anyway, we are on the short trade, and the 66.25, it is the key on that ES. We already hit the target. The key was 769. We already hit the 769. That was the major key. And now we are on the second key is 66.25. I doubt it very seriously if this market, if it's going to break the 66.25 today, we are in a very long haul short on an ES. God help us. So let's see what will happen on the 66.25, especially if you are in the right direction, nothing to worry about. I'll go get a fresh coffee. I'll be right back. Thank you. As I said before, watch if you go back to this video, and I told you watch this moving average, and that's why I pulled back the trailing stop on that trade, and I told you to watch that. So if you go back to this video, you will see. And now I'm gonna like to get involved with how we can stay safe on a trailing stop. Now we know where's the highs and the lows on this chart. So it's just not very hard, and we have the confirmation here. So it's not hard to put it right above that, you know. And we leave one, you can hide it if you want to, or you can put both of them, or you can take it right there, whatever you want to. And if you don't want to use the trailing stop, you just turn them off, and then you use the fibs, the trailing stop, the fibs, and they should be very fine on that uh, uh, trade. And now also, the details are very important. If you notice, I'm gonna try to make it big, and small things makes a trader's life easier. If you notice, there is a red dot right there. This red dot here is giving you a direction that this market, there is a much more potential to the downside. If you notice, we didn't have the dots here. You see that? Now this is small dots can help you making a decision if you want to get out of that trade or not. So this is really a pleasant, small things make, you see, this is really, you have to be paying attention to it's very clear chart. It's very clear. I mean, it cannot be better than that. Uh, Simply cannot be better than that, and there we go. We are going back to the 66.25. The DAX, if you wanted the DAX is a total different animal. I like the DAX because what you can make on the DAX in one day takes you 1 week. This is your 5 minutes DAX, the entry 89, and this is YM. This is the fully automated trading. On the YM, the 3 minutes, we have a beautiful run on it. And look at the DAX. It's very nice. So if we look at the swing trading on that trade, has nailed almost $1,000 on the YM. If we look at the controller, the runners are not the Nasdaq. The controller telling you loud and clear, the ES are good runners today, and the YM are good runners, and the DAX is almost every day. The DAX is a good runner every day. Very rare you see the DAX is not running, really. So immediately you spot it, and you see the YMs and the ES are good runners today. So don't need a brilliant trader to see that. Man, I'm so glad when I deliver this to the trader, I will be turning off the sounds. But we have a lot of requests for the sound, so we added the sounds on it. Okay, we have the whole market now start changing. and the buyers start coming in, and that target is over. This one here is finished. Folks, okay, I'm going to stay on this new signal just a little bit longer, see what the Russell is doing. You have a new entry on the Russell, buy 707, entry price 7076, target 13.3. So this is your, and the auto trade took it. To the target. Here's your target. Here's your trailing stop. It's at the trailing stop. So you notice every time the entry is different from before, depends on your highs and lows of that day. And folks, that's all what we have for today. God bless you all. Be careful with your trade, and we'll see you other day. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.